I once walked a path that led me deep into the heart of darkness. My life was a chaotic whirlwind of addiction, crime, and despair. It was a story that seemed destined for tragedy. I grew up in a rough neighborhood, surrounded by crime and poverty. From a young age, I learned to fend for myself and discovered the power that came with running with the wrong crowd. By the time I was a teenager, I was deeply entrenched in a world of drugs and violence. My family had given up on me, and I had given up on myself. I was arrested multiple times, and each time I was released, I returned to the same destructive patterns. My heart was numb, and I believed I was beyond saving. I had no dreams, no aspirations, just a day-to-day struggle to survive. One fateful night, as I was aimlessly wandering the streets, I stumbled upon a church hosting an outreach event. I was drawn by the music and the sense of community I saw through the open doors. With no other place to go, I cautiously stepped inside. As I entered, I felt an inexplicable warmth, a stark contrast to the cold world I was accustomed to. People greeted me with genuine smiles, and for the first time in years, I felt a glimmer of hope. The pastor's message that evening was about redemption and the transforming power of Jesus' love. It struck a chord deep within me, and I found myself shedding tears I thought I'd run out of. After the service, a kind woman named Emily approached me. She had a presence that radiated compassion and understanding. She shared her own story of overcoming addiction and finding hope in Jesus. It was the first time in a long while that someone saw beyond my rough exterior and treated me with genuine care. Emily invited me to a small group that met at the church during the week. Reluctantly, I joined, expecting to be judged or rejected eventually like I had been in the past. However, the group members welcomed me with open arms, and their authenticity and vulnerability surprised me. It was in this group that I began to hear stories of transformation, stories of people who had been in situations even worse than mine, but had found a way out through their faith in Jesus. Over the next few months, I started attending church regularly and spending time with the people who had shown me such unexpected kindness. As I delved into the Bible, I began to see parallels between the stories of redemption within its pages and my own life. The more I learned about Jesus, the more I realized that he was offering me a way out of the darkness I had become trapped in. One night, alone in my room, I fell to my knees and cried out to Jesus. I confessed my sins, my brokenness, and my desperation for a new life. It was a raw, heartfelt plea for a second chance. In that moment, I felt an overwhelming rush of emotion, a sensation I can only describe as a weight being lifted off my shoulders. It was as if I could breathe freely for the first time in years. From that point on, my life underwent a radical transformation. It wasn't an overnight process, but with the support of my newfound church community and my growing relationship with Jesus, I started making positive changes. I went through a rehabilitation program to overcome my addiction. I sought counseling to address the root causes of my behavior, and I found steady employment that provided a sense of purpose. The transformation wasn't just external, it was internal. The anger, bitterness, and hopelessness that had consumed me for so long were replaced by a deep sense of peace, forgiveness, and a newfound purpose to help others who were trapped in the same darkness I had once known. Today, I stand before you as a living testament to the saving power of Jesus. I went from being a lost and broken soul to a man who has been redeemed, restored, and given a second chance at life. The scars of my past serve as a reminder of where I've come from, and they testify to the miraculous work that God can do in the most desperate of circumstances. My story is a dramatic illustration of the fact that no one is beyond the reach of Jesus' love and grace.